Now you're familiar with the Revit family interface, let's get straight in to start creating our family. It's important to create robust and error-free families that you build up the structure and constraints prior to starting to create the 3D geometry that will represent your finished family. The primary way in which this is achieved is using what's called reference planes, which are 3D planes drawn perpendicular to the view that you would then host and lock geometry to. So we know that a desk has a basic width, depth and height constraint, and these are what we would like to be able to change later in the future. So we have these two reference planes in the center here, which are the center left right and the center front back. Notice how both of them have the defines origin button ticked. Now this means that this is the placement point in the family, so it's basically where your mouse clicks will represent this point in the family. So we know that our width we would want to adjust, and we'd want to adjust it equally along this center reference plane so that it moves equally left and right. However, we may want this front back reference plane to represent the wall, say, that we are placing our desk against. So therefore we'd only want the depth to adjust in a downward direction. So because we've known that, we've done a bit of planning, we can go to create reference plane. We know that our desk will be about 1200 millimeters wide, so we can put an offset of 600 just to keep our reference planes and our geometry kind of in scale to the size of the family that we're creating. I click on this center reference plane, and because I've set the offset to 600, it'll draw my reference plane 600 to the right, and I can go again, but obviously it's drawing it in the same place. I can hit space and it will flip it, and then I can draw another reference plane, offset 600, and that will be my depth reference plane. So it's good practice to name your reference planes, so that when you come back to it in the future, you know what the reference planes relate to, and also if another user wishes to edit your family, it's kind of clear what the purpose of each reference plane is. To do that, you can either click in here where it says click to name, highlighted blue, or you can click in the name box here. So I can go desk front, and I can go desk left, and I can go desk right. There we go. So these are the constraints for the width and the depth. However, we need to create one for the height, so I can go into my front elevation and I can create another reference plane horizontally, and I can give this a desk top name. And if I want to change the height in relation to the reference level to give it a sort of near enough height, I can, so I'm just going to make this 900, and there we go. Notice that you can see these two reference planes that we've drawn that represent the desk left and the desk right because they are perpendicular to this front elevation. Notice here. So this is the basics of creating reference planes that will drive the structure going forwards. Now we'll look at creating parameters that enable us to change the location of these reference planes to start adding more flexibility to our family.